I certainly need of your assistance.
When the future king meets the Queen of Hearts.
I'm your royal matchmaker.
Let the courting begin.
How will I know which one is right for me?
It's about butterflies.
Like indigestion?
Kind of like, but no, it's happy. Indigestion, but happy.
Joy Lenz. Will Kemp.
He deserves to have someone that loves him.
Royal Matchmaker. Premieres next. Part of Spring Fever. On Hallmark Channel. And now, Hallmark Channel presents Royal Matchmaker. Presented by Flonase Allergy Relief. You are greater than your allergies.
Every single day feels like a dream come true. I haven't stopped smiling since the day that I met you. Baby, I just can't deny you sweep me off my feet. Every time I look at you, my heart just starts to beat and beat. When I close my eyes, I see you at the end of the hour, reaching out your hand to stand by my side for the rest of our lives. Someday I will meet you at the end of the hour. Say I do, and I love you till the end of time.
I don't know how you did it. I'm just so glad you did.
Oh, they were made for each other. I just introduced them.
Oh, you underestimate your talents, Ms. Gleason. My daughter is very picky.
I know. I also know when somebody's had their heart broken, they tend to close off and protect themselves. Once Shannon opened up and accepted that nobody's perfect, she was able to follow her heart.
It's no wonder you left to start your own company. And I can see why people call you the Queen of Hearts. I mean,
Oh, a certain pop star who should remain nameless is responsible for that one after she found him his dream girl.
Oh, stop.
Oh, well then, I can only imagine the prince your Mr. Right must be. See you later. On me.
You and me both.
Another day, another happily ever after.
They are a really great couple, aren't they?
I really wish I could find you someone.
Oh, stop.
I just don't have your intuition.
My matchmaking skills are limited to statistics and analytics.
Don't sell yourself short, Brittany. We're a team, and you've done a lot to help me sift through all the frogs and find this bride the right knight in shining armor. So, tonight is full of potential for you. Have fun. What about you? I get a very important appointment. Bye.
Wait, no, you don't.
Have fun.
Excuse me? That was the matchmaker, right? Right?
The one to all those famous people who found their true love. Like, those two.
That she is. So, how did the three of you manage a spot on this guest list? It is a very high-profile wedding.
Ian's mom gets invited to all the cool parties.
Oh.
It's all about who you know. Let's go. Thank you.
Apparently.
Afternoon.
She's right there. She's right there. Go. She's right there. Go. She's looking. She's like, hey, your question, you can ask. What? You're adorable. Look at this face. Go.
Yes. This is fair. She has a question. She wants to know if you work with teenagers.
Ah, looking for a soulmate already?
More like a prom date.
See, I have this crush on this really cute guy named Lando, but so far he thinks I'm invisible.
She's not kidding. He doesn't even know she exists.
Oh, stop. I'm sure that's not true. But I don't know that you need a matchmaker as much as you might just need an introduction. How old are you?
15.
Okay. Should ask him to help you do your homework.
Deceptively simple? Yeah, brilliant. I'll give it a try. Thanks. Let's go.
Good luck.
Ah, Victor. I assume you have news of the whereabouts of the prince?
Yes, Your Majesty. I have word he's on his way from the airport right now.
And what's the delay this time? And don't try pinning it on the paparazzi again.
Ah, here he is now, sire.
Sorry, I'm late, Father. The plane was...
Delayed, I heard.
Yeah, and to make matters worse, the car wouldn't start. Luckily, it was just a loose battery cable. Should have probably checked that before I decided to jet off to the Grand Prix.
Another adventure you can regale me with in the car on the drive over?
Yes, about that, Father. Is it really necessary for me to attend the,
Royal Parade.
Royal Parade?
At the National Cathedral.
Is it really mandatory for the entire royal family to be there? Yes, well, of course it is, yes. Right. Let's have at it, shall we?
Aren't you going to get into your uniform?
My uniform? Yes. Yes, of course. Well, I'll just be a few moments.
Make sure he remembers to wash his hands.
Where did we leave off? It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife.
Sebastian, I requested your presence, as I believe the time has come for us to have a little chat.
Why do I get the feeling that it's a tad more serious?
The Prime Minister has brought this to my attention.
Clearly it's a slow news day if this is all they can dig up on me.
It's more meaningful than you think. You're very rarely in your homeland.
I like to travel. Since when did that become a crime?
That's not the point, Sebastian. You have a duty to your country.
I understand, Father. Oh, you know me. Pomp and circumstance has never been my cup of tea.
We're royalty. It is your cup of tea. You're the next king, for goodness sake. People look to you for hope, inspiration, stability.
No, they have you for that.
I'm the past. You are the future. It's time to show your subjects a new maturity emerge from their prince. The Jubilee Ball, which commemorates my 30 years on the throne, is a month away.
Okay, well, I think I can sit tight around the palace till then.
I need more than that. I think it's time to introduce to the world a woman of noble blood who could one day be your queen.
I beg your pardon?
Pardon denied. It's not as if it's the first time I brought up the subject of marriage.
Well, no, I realize that. Look, I'm just not ready to settle down yet.
So you keep saying. I'm tired of your excuses and constant delays. You need to put your follies aside and make your country proud. Make me proud. And trust me, my boy, I only have your best interests at heart.
I'll just have to take your word for that.
Doesn't sound good.
Huh. Oh, it starts as the least of my problems.
I was talking about the slamming of tools I heard earlier.
Ugh. My father is being completely unreasonable.
If I may, sir, I believe he just wants what every father wants for his child. For them to be happy.
I'm already happy. Just not the happy that the king wants me to be.
Well, for His Majesty's sake, perhaps you should at least keep an open mind about the subject.
Oh, come on, Victor. You've witnessed my dating acumen. The women I go out with are only interested in my title and everything that comes with it.
Perhaps. But that only means you haven't met the right one yet. It doesn't mean she doesn't exist.
I suppose. But quite frankly, Victor, I don't know where to start, nor do I have the desire to look. What is it, Victor? Come on, we've been together for too many years for you to start holding back your thoughts.
Begging your pardon, sir. On this occasion, I feel compelled to intervene on your behalf.
True Love Matchmaking, this is Brittany speaking.
Hello. Yes, is this Miss Van Howell?
Yes, it is. How can I help you?
My name is Victor Chatsworth. I'm in service to a very highly placed personage. I just spoke personally with a former client of yours, and you come very highly recommended. I'm just looking at your website now. I wish to inquire about your matchmaking services for a potential client abroad. Do you work outside of New York?
We absolutely do, Mr. Chatsworth.
Well, we're certainly in need of your assistance. May I give you the details, and then perhaps we could discuss our options further?
Sounds wonderful. Fire away.
A professional matchmaking service. From the States, no less.
But I can assure your Majesty I thoroughly vetted Miss Gleason and her associate. She spent almost a decade at a larger firm before going out on her own. Her references are impeccable, and her track record is quite staggering.
I see. Do you believe she can succeed? Do we really need to resort to this?
Yes, Your Majesty. I believe the Prince needs all the help he can get.
Hey, Kate. So, if you play your cards right, I think I may have just found us our next big client. Oh, yeah. Okay. Kate, may I present to you His Royal Majesty, King Edward of Valdavia.
Is this real?
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Hello, King Edward. What an absolute pleasure.
His Royal Majesty would like our help finding a suitable match for his son, Prince Sebastian.
That is a thrilling prospect. I'm a little confused. Normally, I deal with the client directly. Your Majesty.
I understand. However, I wanted to speak to you first, as I'm quite committed to finding my son true love and happiness.
Well, that's wonderful. Yes, of course. And you're in luck. That's the only way we do business.
Kate.
Your Majesty.
Well, that's very reassuring, especially considering the tight time frame upon us.
Tight time frame.
Oh, yes. His Majesty needs us to find a match for Sebastian in time for the Royal Jubilee celebration, which is in 4 weeks.
From now? Your Majesty, I'm incredibly honored at the prospect of finding your son a mate, but love doesn't really work on any timeline.
They don't have to accelerate the process. I'm not interested in promises, only results. And if you do manage to get wedding bells to ring for my son, I will have no problem in telling the world that it was your firm who found his happily ever after.
Would you hold for just a moment, please? Just one moment.
4 weeks? Yes, 4 weeks. But if anyone can do it, you can. And opportunities like this don't come along very often, okay? This would be huge for the startup.
Yeah. Or I fail and the whole thing goes bottoms up and nobody will hire me ever again.
No. You never fail. You can't fail.
It's 4 weeks.
Kate, please. He's a king. Like, he's a real king.
Your Majesty, I don't know how else to say it. We'd be delighted to come aboard. I had no idea there were so many rules working with royals.
I know. Never turn your back to a royal when leaving a room. Always address them as Your Highness, and don't talk to them in a harsh tone.
Well, when in doubt, bow or curtsy.
Helpful.
Okay, quiz me on the prince.
All right. So, Prince Sebastian is the heir apparent and only son to
King Edward and Queen Christina. Give me something real. Come on.
Okay, his mother passed away when he was
19.
Okay, after finishing his degree in
Political science.
Correct. He has since spent his time
Traveling around the world.
Yes. His favorite things to do.
Adventure sports, race car driving, rock climbing, scuba diving.
Yes. And when it comes to relationships, he has never been photographed with the same woman twice. All right, so are we dealing with a commitment phobe?
It's too soon to tell.
Well, I mean, has your gut given you any indication what kind of woman we should be looking for?
No, not at all. I mean, I'll definitely know more the second I meet him, but in the meantime, the only thing we have to go on is that she cannot be a commoner.
Just my luck.
Hey! That's me!
Hello?
Welcome.
Oh, thank you. You've got to be kidding me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. This is gonna take some getting used to.
Okay, I'm used to it. This place just oozes romance. I feel like it's gonna make our job a wedding cakewalk.
Let's hope so.
You must be the Americans.
Oh, hi. Yes, we are. It sounds like we're in a band. We're the Americans. Hi, I'm Kate, and this is Brittany.
And you are?
Not where he's supposed to be.
Oh.
Begging your pardons, this is my son, Rudy,
Hello.
who was supposed to be tending to his studies.
Yes, Father. I was just welcoming our guests to the palace.
I see. Perhaps you'd like to run off back to your room and have an afternoon snack that I've prepared, and I can get our guests settled. And after that, I'll take you to the community centre where you can spend the rest of the day.
This day gets better by the minute. Good day, ladies.
Oh, good day. What a polite young man. Hi, you are...
Victor Chatsworth.
Kate Gleason. Hi.
Brittany Van Howell.
Yes, we spoke on the phone.
We did.
I'm Prince Sebastian's personal valet.
He knows the prince better than he knows himself.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Was there something?
No, nothing.
Not at the moment.
Please.
Lovely. Got our bags.
This way.
Your Highness, is there any truth to the rumors you're planning to sail around the world?
It appears that ship has sunk for the moment.
So what's the next adventure for the fair prince?
Nothing but home sweet home. Victor.
Your father has requested your immediate presence in his study.
Oh? That sounds ominous.
I'm sure Sebastian will be here any minute. He had a full schedule today.
I'm sure. I can't even imagine. I'm sure he's as anxious to meet me as I am to meet him.
Oh, I beg your pardon, Father. I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, quite the contrary. His Highness Sebastian of Moldavia, meet Miss Kate Gleason of New York City.
Ah. And you are?
I'm your royal matchmaker.
Miss Gleason is something of an expert in the world of romance. Some even call her the Queen of Hearts. I've hired her to help you on your quest.
Quest? And what would that be?
Finding you the love of your life.
Perhaps I should leave you two to get acquainted.
No.
Stay, please.
No, not at all. I believe you both have your work cut out for you.
Oh, boy. This is the first you're hearing about me.
Yes, if nothing else, your perception is spot on. And if my instinct is correct, there's nothing I can do about it.
Do I sense a note of resistance?
A note more like a symphony. So, first things first, shall I call you Miss Gleason, or would you prefer Queen of Hearts?
Well, Queen's a little stuffy. Why don't you call me Kate? What can I call you?
Your Highness will do nicely.
Your Highness.
Please. So, you're here to find me the love of my life in under a month.
That is the plan.
But you have received the proper training, I suppose. Attended some matchmaking academy, obtained some kind of certificate, graduated top of your class, perhaps.
I spent 10 years at Manhattan's top matchmaking firm before going out on my own. My very high-profile clients have all raved that I have an incredible gift for bringing people together. I get a gut instinct when I meet people for the first time.
What does your gut tell you about me?
The feeling I'm getting is that there's a lot more to you than you let on. And you probably don't believe in true love.
Well, let's take the first step in finding my happily ever after, shall we? I'm a Libra. What does that tell you about me?
Well, nothing, actually. What I do need is to spend time with you and get you to open up a little so I can sort of dissect your personality and...
So I'm to be a bug under the matchmaker's microscope.
No, you're not a bug. It's really not awful.
Really? Because having one's personality dissected by a complete stranger isn't exactly pleasant.
Okay. Listen, if this is going to work, and I know that it can, I'm going to need you to trust me.
See, I was raised to believe that trust is something earned, not given, so...
All right, that's fair. How can I earn your trust? I'm up for the challenge if you are. Oh, yes.
You can leave the child.
So we'll talk later then. Okay.
Now it's
What's up?
He thinks my job is a joke, and he had no idea we were coming.
Are you serious?
Yep.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna... Wow, you did a lot more than unpack.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna keep going. What do you have?
Well, based on the basic background compatibility parameters, I found 82 potential matches of the proper pedigree for Sebastian.
Good work. Okay, so from what I just experienced, we're gonna need 182.
Oh, my prince is not so charming.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to find a way to get on this guy's good side. I asked his valet to organize a working dinner, so hopefully that'll...
Oh, well, that's good. Because food always helps men think. Besides, think on the bright side. You get to have dinner with a prince.
Trust me, all the glitters isn't necessarily gold. Oh, all right, that should work fine.
Yes, if you're going to a funeral. Here, just do me a favor and try this on, okay? I feel like it'll make you look a little bit less like an insurance adjuster. Just try it. I'll lend you some earrings and a matching necklace.
Oh, no tiara?
No, they would not let me take it through customs.
So, I am genuinely curious. How do you see your matchmaking methodology working?
Well, I'll give you the broad strokes. My assistant, Brittany, will cull through all the potential candidates worthy of the position. And the more I get to know you, the easier it is for me to narrow down that field. Then I will conduct personal interviews with the women and introduce you to the top candidates.
You won't introduce them to me. You'll introduce them to the future king of Moldavia.
Aren't they one and the same?
I'll tell you what. Why don't we make this easy for both of us?
Great.
You send me several candidates and I'll play along. I'll choose one as a date to the Jubilee Ball. You'll fly home. Everybody walks away a winner.
Everyone except the girl you choose who gets her heart broken, me with my hard-earned reputation on the line, and you walking away from potentially the greatest thing that ever came into your life.
So I should take that as a no.
Why don't you just give me a chance? Come on, this whole let's keep everybody at arm's length thing is really only hurting you. I mean, let's be honest. Your Majesty, Highness.
Keeping people at an arm's length is an occupational hazard.
Is that why you chose the stuffiest room in the palace for me to try and get to know you? It's kind of hard to open up when you're sitting in different time zones.
So, is this better?
Oh, it's a wonderful start.
So what do you want to know about me?
Well, anything that isn't up for public consumption. Your father's hired me to find you an eligible bachelorette. I can tell I've got my work cut out for me, so...
Well, that's because you seem intent on doing this the hard way.
No, it's just the right way. I've worked with a lot of famous people. They're usually very different from how they're portrayed in the press.
I'm in the public eye, which means I need to be what the people expect me to be.
No, that's just the role you play. I need to know who you really are. I realize that I'm a stranger and this is very sudden, but wouldn't you like to fall in love?
There really is such a thing?
Why so cynical?
I don't see a ring on your finger.
Oh, well, we're not talking about me.
Now who's hiding?
I'm not hiding anything. I'm just not here to talk about me. You really should put a window in that wall you have up.
Oh, I'm impressed. Usually it takes a woman a good 3 or 4 dates to be that candid.
Thank goodness we're not on a date.
Oh, no need to remind me.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we've done quite enough work for tonight. Thank you.
Miss Gleason, when you're compiling a list of candidates, be sure to steer clear from the ones who use candor as an excuse to be rude.
Well, I certainly will. Your Highness. I can't believe I took on a job without meeting the client first, and a royal one at that.
Come on, Kate. It can't be that bad.
Yeah, he can. He is. It's my job to find him the love of his life in under a month, and he refuses to take it seriously because he doesn't believe in love.
Maybe it's just an act.
I have everything riding on this. There has to be a way to crack him. Please tell me you have an idea.
He's really close with his valet.
Valet?
I don't know, but I could talk to him, see if I can get some information.
Good, great.
Okay.
I mean, everybody around here is pretty tight-lipped, but you're cute.
Thank you.
Yeah, go for it.
I have a sneaking suspicion if I just walk through that giant hall, he'll probably be somewhere. I mean, he oversees everything, right?
I think that's it. Oh, what's his son?
Oh, hi, Rudy.
Hi. Good day again, ladies. Maybe interested in a treat. It's for charity.
Sure. We're trying to save the community centre.
Oh, well, it's a beautiful old building.
Unfortunately, the place needs work. The heating system's on its last legs, and if we don't fix it soon, we're going to have to cancel our after-school program.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, sweetie. Keep the change.
Thanks. That's very generous.
Thank you. Oh, model helicopter, huh?
It's not as easy as it looks to put together.
Another casualty of the after-school program, I'm afraid. The crafts program fell by the wayside last month.
Wow, you really have your hands full, huh?
Well, actually, I just got here. I'm just getting settled. I haven't met all the parents yet.
Do you mind if I ask what drew you to the cause?
Well, after my divorce, I started questioning what I was doing with my life. And I decided to come home to where I grew up. And that's when I came here and found my real passion.
It's lovely. You're really lucky. Not many people get the opportunity to do something they really love. Quite fortunate. Well, good luck, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Bye.
I love seeing how easily people open up to you.
Not everyone.
Oh, that wasn't so unbearable, was it? Typically, these luncheons with Parliament members can be trying. Oh, nice for trying. How are things going with you and your matchmaker?
I suppose you have to ask Kate. According to you, she's the expert in love.
If I had any confidence in your own pursuits, I'd never have brought her on board.
I would have consulted you prior to employing her services. However, you and I rarely see eye to eye on anything these days.
Yes, well, it appears that's a moot point now.
I'm confident you'll come to embrace her presence.
Quite frankly, Father, I think she's in over her head.
Kate is a deliberate young woman, takes her job very seriously. I'm certain that now you'll give her the respect and consideration she deserves.
Indeed.
Oh, Victor! Just the man I was looking for. I was hoping you and I could find a common ground and have a conversation about your employer.
I'm afraid my loyalty to the prince prevents me from divulging any personal details.
Oh, I'm not asking you to kiss and tell, or tell me who the prince has kissed and told. It's just in order for us to do our job, we really need more than what the tabloids are telling us.
Yes, well, the picture they paint couldn't be any further from the truth.
That's what we suspected. But without much more to go on, we're going to be sending him on way more I don'ts than I do's, which isn't going to help instill any confidence in the prince. He's already feeling skeptical.
So you're asking me to betray the confidence of a man to whom I've sworn my allegiance?
I'm not asking you for the combo to the crown jewels. I mean, unless you want to give it to me. Look, I just need a little indication of Sebastian's true personality.
There is a fine line between being helpful and being deceitful. But it is one that I will gladly navigate if it means getting the prince any closer to finding his true happiness.
You really care about him, don't you?
I was there for him when he lost his mother. And he for me when I lost my wife. Those bonds run deep.
Yes, you stay here, you go away. Yes. Come in. Love her. Oh, you're right.
Oh, I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, not at all. I apologize for the mess. It's just, we got really drafty in here with...
May I come in?
Please.
Gosh, you really have turned this place into quite the war room. Which is why I'm here. I was hoping we could start afresh. I realized that I may have come across a tad curt.
Thank you. I accept your apology.
That wasn't an apology, it was an observation.
So you're taking back your apology? Okay. Perhaps we were both a little prickly.
You see, life as a prince can cause a person to live their life somewhat guarded.
Yes, that's a very common thing for celebrities, public figures.
I don't expect sympathy. It's just that my life is a different kind of normal. One which I think, unfortunately, you will never understand.
Thank you for that. This glimpse of who you really are, it makes my job so much easier. Does this mean you're ready to play ball now?
Let's take one day at a time, shall we?
Okay, how about tomorrow? I can follow you around for your daily activities, sort of an informal tag-along.
I think that can be arranged.
Great. Kate and Sebastian's big day out.
Now, you make it sound like a musical.
You should do that more often.
What? Laugh?
Yeah, it lights up your whole face. I may make a true believer of you after all.
Presented
the National Arts Committee for their continued hard work, vigilance, and passion. A passion which was handed down to me from my mother, the late Queen Christina, whose impact and memory has never faded from my heart nor that of our beloved country. So, on behalf of the royal family, we remain in debt to the dedicated individuals who, time and time again, put the greater good ahead of their personal interests.
Did you find something?
Yes, thanks to some clues from our valet.
Prince Sebastian, the world wants to know, will His Highness be bringing a date to the upcoming Jubilee Ball?
No plans as yet. Thank you very much.
Okay, go back to the palace. We'll talk about the candidates later.
Okay.
Great work.
Thank
Great
you.
work.
Sounds good. Have fun.
Thanks.
So, welcome to my world.
You seem to handle them with ease.
I had a great teacher. My mother seemed to know exactly how to charm the press. So, what did you think of my speech?
I liked it. I was moved when you spoke about your mother. And did you ditch your note cards?
Yeah, and sometimes it's better to speak from the heart.
Yeah, especially when it's someone you care for, I guess.
Scripted, formal speeches make me feel confined.
Another reason why you travel so much, perhaps?
I also make official appearances when out of the country, you know?
Yes, I do know, and unofficial ones as well. I've discovered something else you do from the heart.
This
This is a photograph of you putting a roof on a schoolhouse in the Himalayas last year, and you did the same thing in South Africa, and there's plenty more where this came from, I hear. Honestly, it's a miracle that you kept this out of the eye of the press.
Yes, that's the tricky part. But I've learned to keep under the radar.
Why didn't you tell me? This is the kind of stuff I need to know.
I'm a little perplexed as to how this all factors into finding one a mate.
The more that I know about you, the easier it is for me to find out who you belong with. It's all factors into who you are.
Is that so? So tell me, what do you see?
I see someone who is empathetic and likes to work with his hands and really does want to help people.
That was one of my mother's passions. When I was young, I traveled the world with her, visiting impoverished villages, trying to draw attention to the plight of the less fortunate.
It's admirable. Why don't you do that in your own backyard?
Oh, because whenever I attend, it becomes less about the cause and more about me. If I'm halfway around the world, no one knows who I am.
So why don't you not call the press and don't put it on your schedule? Just show up and make a difference.
You make it sound so easy. Try walking a mile in my shoes.
I would, but the limo's so close. Wait! Let's make an unscheduled stop.
Well, where are we headed?
It's a surprise.
Nicely done. Very well. It's not every day royalty walks through our doors.
I'm sure. I've been explaining to Prince Sebastian the importance of the community center and the whole plight with the heating right now.
Our budget is always being tested. Deciding between upkeep or cutting programs. We're barely keeping the lights on 3 days a week for the after-school program.
That's the one Rudy likes so much, Your Highness.
We used to be a full-service community center with adult education and a sports program.
Have you applied for a grant from the National Trust?
Yes, but all we get is on around.
So right now, Lorraine is raising money to replace the heating system, but if things continue the way that they're going, they're gonna have to close their doors for good.
Gosh, I wish there was an easy fix. These things are quite tricky. I might be able to put in a word with the Board of Governors, but I can't promise anything.
That would be amazing. Thank you, Your Highness.
In the meantime, let me see what I can do to warm the place up. Would you mind if I came back at some point?
Mind? We'd be honored.
Pardon me for interrupting, sir, but we have a ribbon cutting at Franklin Square in 20 minutes.
Victor? Victor Chatsworth. You must be Rudy's father. I thought that name sounded familiar.
Yes, of course. Lorraine Paisley. You haven't changed a bit.
You're too kind.
Lorraine and I were at school together. She was voted most likely to succeed. And, well, I was a bit of a late bloomer, I suppose.
Better late than never.
Sir, we should,
Yes. Duty calls. A ribbon in need of cutting, apparently.
Thank you so much, Your Highness.
For someone who claims to have been so shy back in the day, you certainly made an impression on her.
I wouldn't go that far. She probably just has a good memory.
Ah. Well, if you missed your big chance back then, there's no time like the present.
Hi. Wow, 2 dedications, a ribbon cutting, another unveiling, and we still managed to make it to the St. James Center. The prince seems genuinely moved by their plight.
Wow. Well, it looks like our dark prince is finally starting to show his lighter side.
And just in time, we are down to our top 10.
Well, 9. It turns out one of our favorites is away traveling, and she's unavailable.
No, not Petra Petrovich. Oh, no, I love her.
I know, and she would have been a top contender, too, but timing is everything, so.
Yeah, and with our tight leash, oh.
Well, I guess it's time for you to work your magic. Find our prince his perfect princess.
No pressure.
And I think you are good to go.
Great job. It looks just like a real one.
It should. His Highness used to fly a real one back when he was in the Royal Guard.
That must have been cool.
Not as cool as when he won a Medal of Courage.
Really?
Come on then, Squire. Time for you to thank Prince Sebastian. And then if we finish supper early enough, we can kick a ball around.
Great. Thank you, Your Highness.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hey.
So, what's on your schedule today? Did you have a dedication or ribbon cutting or something?
No, I had Victor clear my schedule.
Oh, what's your plan?
Actually, I'm going to work.
Well, where are you going? What do you mean?
I'm heading off to St. James to do what I really love, roll up my sleeves. With any luck, I can fix the heating and buy them a little more time.
Look at you. See? You're a nice guy after all.
Thanks.
Well, you know what I mean. After you get past the whole Prince rough exterior... I'm a
Yes,
serious
yes.
Prince
Anyway,
thing.
enough about me. What about you?
What about me?
Well, I'm curious. Even though you've never found it, you still believe that there's one true love out there for us all.
Yes.
Then why are you still single? Is it because you're a perfectionist?
What?
Control freak? Why is someone who makes a living finding other people the love of their lives still single?
Okay. Okay, fair enough. My problem is that the closer I get to finding other people a match, the further away I am from understanding what it is I actually want.
I think you just found your occupational hazard.
However, I know love. I've seen it in the eyes of my clients. I've watched their lives change because of it. And I think my success speaks for itself. Speaking of work, I'm going to go back to it.
What do you mean? I thought you were coming with me to St. James.
No, that would be fun, but I'm sure the heating is in your capable royal hands. I've got to go meet and vet your girls.
Oh. Then I take it your research with me is over.
No, it's never over until you walk down the aisle and say, I do.
Well, that's daunting.
For which one of us exactly?
Perhaps both.
Do you have a horseback ride by any chance?
No, never.
Wait, why Cape May? Where did that come from?
Sir. Just sign there. And there. That's it.
Thank you so much for coming. Hopefully you'll hear something within a few days. So.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Bye.
So, are we any closer to finding a match?
I hope so. It's a bit of a work in progress. Kind of like you and Lorraine.
Miss Gleason, exactly as the client here,
Well, when the spirit moves, I like to offer my services for free.
even when it's unsolicited.
Especially when it's unsolicited. I hate to see somebody pass up a great opportunity. Victor. What are you afraid of?
I beg your pardon?
I don't know if you trust your own instincts or not, but I know you trust mine because you're the one who recommended me to the king.
You just need to push in the right direction, our prince.
Well, he's not the only one. What is it that's stopping you from opening up your heart?
Since my wife passed away, I've been a bit wary about putting myself out there again.
Of course you have. That's only natural. You want to protect yourself so you don't get hurt, and your son, he doesn't get hurt. That's totally understandable. Victor, there's so much more of you still to share.
Ta-da! Our top 3 candidates.
Amazing. Should I let the others down gently?
No, not until the prince makes his decision. They're all still on hold.
Okay.
Come on in.
Miss Gleason.
Oh, Your Majesty. Sorry, I wasn't expecting you.
Pardon the intrusion. I was curious to catch a glimpse of our matchmaker at work.
Oh, right.
So I assume one of these lucky ladies just might strike my son's fancy?
Oh, I really hope so. The prince has been quite a challenge, but I mean, in a good way.
That's all right. Well, are you confident you can find Sebastian his true love?
Oh, yes, Your Majesty. If I wasn't, I would never have taken the job.
Good, because we're running out of time.
Just breathe, Kate. Oh, why am I so nervous?
You are? I'm the one on the date.
You look nice. I know, my whole business is kind of riding on this. So.
Yes, and I've just got the future of the entire kingdom riding on you getting it right.
You win. You ready?
I think so.
Okay. So, normally I would do 3 separate dates, but since we're in a time crunch, we have a cocktail party. Just a simple get-to-know-you affair to see if you find a natural spark. This is... Lillian. She's a princess and heavily involved in various charities. This is Juliette. She is a duchess and a poli-sci major. This is Sasha. Sasha's a sports enthusiast. She comes from a great family, very warm.
These are incredible selections, but how will I know which one is right for me?
I just know.
Says the woman who's never actually been in love. But you've seen it in the eyes of your clients. Yes, I know, I've heard.
It's about butterflies, you know what?
Butterflies?
Yeah, butterflies, those... When you get excited and you meet somebody and you're like, oh my God, they like me. It's like, right there, you know?
Like indigestion?
Well, it's like kind of like, but no, it's happy. Indigestion, but happy.
All right, no, okay. I'll be on the lookout for butterflies.
Yeah. But don't overthink it. Just be yourself, relax, and let nature take its course.
You make it sound so easy.
It is easy. You know, everybody's always telling me, what is the secret? What is the secret to falling in love? And the secret is there is no secret. You just, you know, open up your heart and let it come to you.
Wish me luck.
You don't need it. You're gonna have fun. Go on. Have fun.
This is the Pepsi that was right for Ray. And Brittany. Brittany! And of course, the king of pop. This is the Pepsi that is forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
This is Charlie not coughing because he took Delsum 12-hour. And this is Charlie still not coughing while trying his hardest not to wake Zeus. Delsum 12-hour. Nothing lasts longer for powerful cough relief.
People everywhere are confusing Quilted Northern for a bouncy castle. They're both durable, flexible, and nice to have at parties. But Quilted Northern is not a bouncy castle. It's just really nice toilet paper.
See you. Take care.
Systemic, so probably take it at night. And if you have any questions, the instructions are kind of in Spanish as you request it.
At Walgreens, how we care will change over time. But why we care remains the same. Treating everyone with the care and attention they deserve. Walgreens, trusted since 1901.
Hey, salutes a lot! Thou hast the patchy beard of a prepubescent squire. Thy armour was forged by a feeble-fingered peasant woman. Your mum!
As long as hecklers love to heckle, you can count on Geico saving folks money.
Boring!
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
COPD makes it hard to breathe. So to breathe better, I go with a Noro.
COPD tries to say go this way. I say I'll go my own way with a Noro.
once daily Anoro contains 2 medicines called bronchodilators.
Hi! You're up early.
Oh.
Victor said you skipped breakfast, so I brought you a few of these.
Thank you.
Sure.
Is feeding the prince part of your matchmaking responsibilities?
No, it isn't. I just find my clients are, more agreeable on a full stomach.
Oh, I see.
So,
So?
how did it go last night? Come on, I came down here bearing muffins.
No butterflies.
That's ridiculous. Every single one of them was butterfly worthy.
Oh, I'm sure for someone, just not for me.
No, based on analytics and my instinct, they matched your personality criteria.
I don't know what to say then. Maybe you're losing your touch.
No, I'm not losing my touch. Just because none of those women struck your fancy doesn't mean that I don't have another trick up my sleeve.
Well then, have at it.
Great, I will. In fact, I saved the best for last.
Oh yeah? Where are you keeping her? Your purse?
It's very funny. She's in transit, actually.
Transit? What, are you shipping her in from Soulmates Incorporated?
You just go ahead and make your jokes. Just make them. And then when you meet her and you fall in love with her, guess who's going to be laughing then? Didn't think that went through. But you just prepare yourself. You're gonna be bowled over because she's amazing.
Can't wait.
Victor, a little help?
Oh, let me get that. Where would you like it?
On the table's fine. It's funny, we haven't run into one another before now.
I know. How quickly the time's gone since we were at school.
Yes. I just remember you always being so helpful back then. Always the first to raise your hand, to volunteer in class.
Oh, well, my father was a butler, so perhaps the instinct to help's in our blood.
It must be hard, being a single father.
Oh. I've got used to it, I suppose. I worry it's awfully hard for Rudy.
But it's equally hard on you.
Victor, can you pass me the crescent wrench?
Excuse me. Lorraine. I would really like to take you out to dinner sometime. I mean, if you want to.
Yes, I'd like that very much.
Good. I mean, great.
Victor, can you pass me the spanner?
Oh, Kate, come look at this photo we got from that girl at the wedding in New York.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. Great. My pro bono work is aces. As far as the patient on the table, we need to find Petra.
Okay. I understand that she was one of your favorites, but she might still be traveling.
I don't care. I don't care if she is in outer space. I need her here yesterday. Find her and tell her we're going to change her life.
Okay, I will find her and I will schedule a formal dinner with the prince.
Great. No, don't make it formal. The last ones, it was my mistake. It was too stuffy. It was pomp and circumstance and everything the prince hates. Make this one more casual.
Okay. More casual. Oh, I forgot to tell you. The king would like to see you in his study.
Great. It's just keep on coming. I agree, last night did not go as anticipated. However, we have plenty of promising options that we're exploring.
You realize the Jubilee celebration is mere days away?
I do, Your Majesty.
I don't have to remind you we both have a lot on the line here.
You don't. I am staking my reputation on a winning outcome.
I'm happy to hear that.
Good. Thank you, Your Majesty.
You may go.
Oh, yes.
Now we're back in business. Huh. Well, that's the heating fixed. How long it will stay that way is anyone's guess.
I'm sure they'll take what they can get. There's nothing quite as satisfying as a hard day's work.
Certainly feeds the soul, Victor. Oh, speaking of, how would you care to join me for a steak supper at the lodge?
I would love to, sir, but I've made plans.
Oh.
A date, actually.
A date?
Yes, with Lorraine Paisley. I'd never have had the confidence to ask her out if it hadn't been for your matchmaker.
So, it was Kate who arranged everything?
Well, not exactly, but she helped set it up.
She can be quite persistent when she wants to be. Well, I guess I'll be dining alone then. Feeling the butterflies already, are you?
Sir?
Nothing. Have fun.
Really special.
Nice evening, dear. Thank you.
What a pleasant surprise. It was I thinking I was going to be dining alone. Now you can be my plus one.
Well, not exactly. I told you I had something planned, and I know your father is certainly anticipating my finishing the job in time for the Jubilee Ball.
And how's the search going?
You're about to find out. Lady Petra Petrovich, please meet His Royal Highness Prince Sebastian of Moldavia, Countess.
Your ladyship.
Please, it's Petra.
Well, you two have fun.
When they said dinner at the palace, I sensed stuffy, but this is a wonderful respite from the world of buttoned collars.
Yes, that it is.
Thank you.
So, red or white wine?
Red.
Good choice. Now, tell me my favorite. Do you like steak?
Yes, I do.
That's the one you want. Okay.
Fate brought them together, but could tradition?
You're a prick. Still not back yet.
Well, I'd say that's a pretty good sign.
Yeah, guess so.
What do you mean you guess? Are you having second thoughts?
No, oh no, of course not. I mean, I just have never had so much riding on a positive outcome. It's the whole business. And it's more than that. You know, I've really gotten to know Sebastian, watched him grow and open his heart. And he's a good man. He deserves to have someone that loves him.
Like you do?
Like I do what? Love him? Are you saying that? That's just completely ridiculous. I don't. No, I mean, I hardly know him. But, you know, we have spent some time together, so, of course, naturally. Why do you say that?
No reason.
I care about him. I mean, I care about all my clients. You know that I care about. That's what I do. I invest in my clients, and that would be completely inappropriate for me to develop romantic feelings for a client. That's just, I mean, people trust me not to do things like that. That's just completely outrageous. And he's a prince. I mean, like, who lives in a house like this? Look at this. You know, they really should not build fireplaces this big in rooms. It's very hot in here.
Oh, I definitely believe you.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Stupid. So stupid.
Kate? Why are you traipsing around the palace in your pajamas? It's nearly midnight.
You're right. I'm sorry. I should go to bed.
Aren't you going to ask me how it went with Petra?
Yes. How did it go with Petra?
Great. I couldn't have asked for it to have gone any better. I mean, we were just talking half the night. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think she's rather special.
You do? Wow. She is. I mean, she absolutely is.
Do you think that she might be the one for me?
I wouldn't have set you up if I didn't.
Well, okay. Then I have a lot of thinking to do.
You do? Oh, you do. I mean, you do. Yes, you do.
Which is a good thing, right?
Yes, we could not have done any better.
Okay, well, good night, Kate.
Good night, Sebastian.
Wait a minute. If Sebastian is spending the day with Petra, then...
How come you're still reading through profiles?
I feel like maybe I oversold Sebastian on Petra being the one, and I want to make sure that he has options.
Okay. And?
And I don't want him to feel stuck or like he's convincing himself that he's...
In love?
Yeah. I mean, nobody wants to feel that way.
Hey, Kate. You're always telling me that I should trust my gut. What's your gut telling you?
Well, you know, we ran the numbers. I mean, Petra's definitely the best match.
No, that's not what I'm asking. What's your gut tell you about Sebastian?
I know what you're getting at. But she's the one.
To be honest, when Kate first approached me, I was more than a little skeptical about meeting you.
How so?
Well, just the idea that somebody has the ability to guide another to true love, it seems, I don't know, preposterous.
I thought the same thing.
I was busy traveling. I turned her down time and time again, but she persisted.
Oh, well, that's Kate for you. And when she sets her sights on something or someone, she doesn't let go.
Yes. Well, she really convinced me. And I'm glad I kept an open mind, because I've been a little bit more than pleasantly surprised.
Yes. As am I.
For the life of me, I don't know how we have never met before.
Well, according to Kate, I have a tendency to keep people at arm's length.
Yes. I call that blue blood syndrome.
Ah.
It's hard to know if somebody likes you for you or if they're just being nice to you because they want something.
Exactly. I mean, it's impossible not to become cynical.
Well, not impossible. It's a challenge. Like any other. It took me a while. But I think I've mastered the art of trusting my instincts implicitly. And ever since, hasn't led me astray.
Petra, I can't remember the last time I had such a relaxing afternoon.
Thank you, Your Highness. I did as well. You made it feel very effortless.
What a wonderful description. But I know what you mean.
Well, let's hope it can continue.
So how'd it go? 2 dates down. Is there a third one coming up? Maybe a Jubilee Ball?
Quite possibly. If anything does happen, you'll be the first person I tell.
Okay. But things are going well with Petra, then.
They are. She's quite a woman.
Butterflies?
I've been trying to take your advice and not overthink everything. But I would say that we are definitely headed in the right direction.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it.
Kate.
Yes.
I know when we first met, I was a tad skeptical as to your methods and beliefs.
No, I never would have known.
Maybe very skeptical. But through your determination, you have slowly opened my eyes and turned me into something of a believer.
From baby steps to giant leaps.
Thank you, Kate.
I'm just doing my job. Good night.
Hey, Kate, the Jubilee Ball is in a few hours.
Hey, how come you're still in bed?
I'm in love with Sebastian.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah? Is it obvious?
Yeah.
Does everybody know? Oh my gosh, do you think he knows? Oh no, this cannot be happening. Oh,
Why
my
not?
goodness, because this is what I do. Because I'm a professional. At least I was a professional until last night. He kissed my hand and everything just went.
He kissed you?
No, he kissed my hand. And it was to thank me for introducing him to Petra, the woman that we found, the woman that he loves. He loves her, not me.
Just because you're the Queen of Hearts doesn't mean you don't get to have one. Besides, it's not really your fault. You have a 98.5% compatibility index with him.
What? Why did you tell me that?
Sorry, I was just so curious. Kate, you can't leave these feelings bottled up inside.
Yes, I can, and I intend to, because I told Sebastian I want him to be happy, and I really mean it.
Listen, you always tell our clients that they have to let their guard down if they want to fall in love. Maybe it's time that you do.
He's just invited me to join him as he introduces Petra to the king.
Oh. Well, what are you gonna do?
Your Majesty seem to love the outdoors as much as your son.
I wish I could say I'm as active as he is.
He's being modest. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
His mother and I used to often come to this very bridge just to bask in natural splendor. They say the heart may heal, but the scar never goes away.
Like Mother, Petra is a supporter of the arts and a humanitarian.
I believe it's my duty to use my title and position to help those less fortunate.
Ah, putting the noble into nobility. Petra, will you excuse us for a moment?
Certainly, Majesty.
So? Well, she's an utter delight, Sebastian. Seems positively taken with you. Tell me, could you see her as your future queen?
This is all so new to me, and I'm still trying to work things through, but I won't lie to you. My head is in a bit of a spin.
Love has a way of doing that. At times it makes fools of us all. But the real fool is the one who fails to heed its calling.
Hey. Whoa, what happened?
One of the workers found some rot in the attic space. They sent an investigator to check it out.
Well, how bad is it?
Worse than anyone could imagine. There's so much structural damage, the place is being deemed unsafe.
Unsafe? How?
The roof is in danger of collapse. So until repairs are made, we have no choice but to shut down.
What? You can't let that happen. Dad, Prince Sebastian promised to help us.
Yes, and he has. But some things are out of even his control.
Well, if he can't help us, no one can.
No, let me go talk to him.
Isn't there anything Sebastian can do?
Well, he's tried to convince the Board of Governors, but they won't budge.
Well, but he's the prince.
Yes, and this is a constitutional monarchy, which means that Parliament controls all the properties in the kingdom.
I just can't imagine Sebastian letting all this slip through his hands.
His hands are tied.
Let me guess, your prince awaits?
Yes, and impatiently. Excuse me. You wanted to see me, Your Highness?
Yes,
I realized I was missing today.
and at a crucial juncture of my romantic future.
I'm sorry. I didn't think it was my place.
I needed you there at the introduction to the king. I'm sorry if that sounded cross. Oh, my head is spinning.
Why? I thought things were going well with Petra.
They were. They are. But come on, Kate, I'm about to make the biggest decision of my life.
Yes, and I've given you everything I can. I've given you the personality indexes and the charts and chemistry. And beyond that, it's really just up to how you feel inside.
You're the expert. I need your advice. Kate, just tell me what to do.
I can't. Sebastian, even if I wanted to, I'm your matchmaker. That's my job. I want what's right for you.
I thought you'd say that. Well then, I've made up my mind. Tomorrow, at the Jubilee Ball, I'm going to propose to Petra.
It's wonderful. Congratulations.
Experience the very best.
TV. Victor!
Miss, well, the celebration's about to start. Shouldn't you be getting dressed?
Yes, I'm just gonna go do that, but I have a favor to ask of you first.
Anything for our Queen of Hearts.
Can you see this gets to Petra, please? I want her to have it for the celebration.
Well, perhaps you'd prefer to give it to her yourself.
No, I don't want to distract her. I'm sure she's plenty on her mind.
As do we all, with a huge announcement from the Prince in the offing.
Yes.
I'll make sure Lady Petra gets this with your best wishes.
Thank you. You're a good man, Victor.
Love the look. A little casual, but very American.
Yeah. Actually, this is kind of the real me. I have to admit, I realized I've been hiding, too. I've been trying so hard to live up to expectations and be this perfect, put together, has all the answers, New York know-it-all woman, and I'm just not.
I know the feeling. How do I look? Is it okay? It's not too buttoned up?
No, you look amazing. I mean...
Thank you.
Yeah, you look great. So are you excited?
Yes. Oh, yes. And a little anxious, but I think that's expected.
Yeah, I think so. You'll work through that. I have no doubt. I should go slip into something way less comfortable.
Yes, please do. Kate.
Yes.
I know I said this to you before, but I really am very...
I know. I can see it in your eyes. So go off to your happily ever after.
Hey, you're those kids from that New York City wedding. Let me guess, your mom has friends in the monarchy?
No, but Lando does.
Quite the turnout, Father. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, my boy. Oh, here comes your soon-to-be betrothed now.
Your Majesty? Your Highness?
Petri, you look stunning.
They're butterflies. Do you like it? It was a gift from your matchmaker.
Oh, very thoughtful of her. Where is Kate? By the way, I'd like to thank her.
I'm not sure, Your Highness. Perhaps we should take our places.
I'll be right there. Brittany, have you seen Kate?
Oh, I'm sure she's somewhere around here, Your Highness.
I see. Do you know exactly where I might find her?
May I have everyone take their places, please?
I would like to welcome everyone to this year's Jubilee celebration, honoring the 30 years that my father has spent on the throne. As your prince, I have had both the blessing and the curse of growing up before your eyes. And with the help of a very special person, I am confident that you will see a new side emerge. First, I would like to vow to continue my work with charities both abroad and here upon our own soil. I am thrilled to report that Parliament has agreed favourably to my passionate plea to restore the community centre to its former glory. Through funds from the Queen Christina grant, next spring, in her honour, it will be rechristened as the Queen Christina Community Centre. My parents were, and still are, a shining example for me, opening my heart not just to the importance of charity, but to that of love.
Hallmark Channel is television.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be at the Jubilee Ball.
As you are.
Yes. I'm sorry, I can't.
You seem to have developed a fondness for my son.
Yes, I'm sorry. I assure you that was not intentional.
Well, then now I'm confused. I thought we had an agreement.
We did. I fulfilled my obligation.
Then why do you think I came down here on the night of the Royal Jubilee?
I don't know.
Because, my dear, you promised me to help find my son his happily ever after, and I believed you.
Your Highness. Thank you. You have no idea what this means to the community.
Well, I think I have some idea.
Maybe you can speak at one of our...
I get the sense that this thing between us may not be what we first imagined.
As much as I've been trying to convince myself otherwise, I think you're right.
And please don't misunderstand me. You're a wonderful man. We've so much in common.
As friends.
As friends. Because we're missing that one key ingredient. I think you should keep it. It can remind you that when you do meet that special someone, never let her go.
This year marks the 30th anniversary of my taking the throne. I was a mere lad, only a bit older than my son is now. The only difference is that I had already met and married. Forever cherished.
You look wonderful.
I've been fortunate enough.
Thank you.
Is everything all right?
I don't know. Did something happen with Petra?
We realize that we're not in love. Just friends.
I see. So... what now?
I'm not sure. I have a huge announcement to make, and I don't know what to say.
I cannot adequately express what these past 30 years have meant to me, serving this sovereign nation. But it gives me great solace to know that when the time comes to pass the torch, Prince Sebastian will continue to lead us to greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present your humble prince.
Speak from your heart.
Go on, my son. Make me proud.
My father and I had an agreement that tonight I would make a monumental announcement. The problem is that I don't know what exactly that is at the moment. The truth is, I'm in love. I just don't know if she feels the same way about me as I do her. But if there's one thing I have learned about love, is that you have to take the leap. So here I go. Kate.
Yes?
It's you that gives me butterflies. It's you that I can't get out of my mind. It's you that I truly love. Please give me your hand and make me the happiest man on earth. Kate? Will you marry me?
Yes, Your Highness.
got my life out here. You've got your life in LA.
Her career took her away, but sometimes
Sweetie.
you have to go home
I wouldn't have been able to do it without you.
to realize what you've left behind.
Look at where you are. You don't feel that?
Poppy Drayton, Stephen R. McQueen, Mary Margaret Humes, and Kix Brooks.
Better go get her, kid. She's something special.
Home by Spring premieres next Saturday at 9. Part of